Hello, friends. This is a 2010 Chevy Equinox. It's a really pretty color, look at that. But man, this vehicle is filthy. Look at that. Nasty. Now, the surfaces are not that bad. They're dusty, but in general, they're not that bad. This, on the other hand, is going to be a bear. So I just got the air tank running. The compressor, it filled up. And I think if I blow it and do a little bit of vacuuming, we'll be able to mitigate some of the carpet disaster. Now, I dropped my mama's car key in between the seats, so guess what I'll be going for? I think it'll clean up just fine. It's got a few issues, but I think it's gonna be okay. Pull this out. See if we can't make that look a lot better. It's got that cover thing still. Oh, awesome. It's quite chilly in here in the shop here. I've had the door open for the last 30 minutes and it's still not really warming up. So what I might do is turn on the heat for about 10 minutes with the door closed, let it warm up. My hands are already cold. It's going to take all of 5 minutes for my hands to not want to function if I don't do something like that. Now, I don't know what all that is. I'm kind of afraid to ask, but we'll see if it comes off. What do you see? Anything? I don't see anything under that seat. Maybe it's just normal mess. Look at that. So I say, let's get started. Alrighty, friends. So the inside is done. I have to go to work. I have an Uber Eats appointment at Walmart with 4 stops. What do you think? Anyway, the interior is looking really good. Floor mats, they did not want to come clean. There's one over there that's got a big spot in it. I couldn't get it cleaned at all. But we'll be back tomorrow. We're going to do the engine bay and a rinseless. It is super windy out here, so we fought the battle the best that we could. I'm not going to pull that BMW out of the garage just to do a rinseless. I missed a spot. Did you see that? Well, I missed several, but some of them were on purpose. So let's go talk about the products. So today and yesterday, on the interior and exterior, I used the Titan, the Hydra, the Kraken, and the Typhon. So I want to talk about all of those. So first, let me talk about the Typhon. Now I did use it. I do think that this is more for the clean cars, but it did an okay job. This car had a few issues, so it did an okay job. The only issue I had had to change the sprayer. Sprayer stopped working, the first one, and that was the last sprayer I had. So not sure what happened there. Maybe it was just a fluke, because the others have still gone strong, so I don't know. But anyway, the Typhon did okay. I think this is more for those clean cars, just to be honest. I don't know that this is something that I would use for a dealership car, because they can get pretty tough unless it is one of the cleaner ones. The next one I used is the Kraken. Now, you all know that the Typhon and the Kraken, this is not my first time using them. Now, the Kraken is the all-purpose cleaner, and it does a good job. I really do like it. I think this would probably do really good on the interiors that are probably a lot rougher than a clean car. But I do like it. I think it does a really good job, especially on the engine bay, which is usually an issue, especially considering I don't brush those clean, I just wipe them down. So just to wipe it down, it does a good job and allows me to finish my job in a decent hour or decent time. So the next thing I used is the Hydra. This is the rinseless wash. I have already told you I do like the rinseless wash. This is definitely something that I'm gonna add to my arsenal when I get through everything that I do have. But this one, I do like it. I feel like, now I don't think there's any protection in here, but it feels like there is. And the reason that I say that is because I have used this probably 5 times now, 5-6 times. And every single time that I use it, it's almost like it leaves behind a level of protection. Although, I don't think there's any protection in it. I've read it, there's nothing there, so I don't know. But anyway, the surface feels a lot slicker, if that makes any sense. Anyway, so I do like the Hydra. This is one of my favorite rinseless washes, and you guys know that rinseless wash is huge in my business because of the dealerships. So the next thing I used and the last, is the Titan. It is the hybrid detailer. I really do like this. However, I do notice in these sprayers, you're not really getting what I would call a decent coverage. You do have to spray a lot more. But with the bigger bottles, all you have to do is spray 1 or 2 on each panel and you're good to go. I'm still not through it. This is the fourth time that I have used this. Plus, I use this at home on my storm door. So this is a good product. As far as protection, you know, the temporary protection doesn't seem to be a bad deal at all. I mean, I've used it on all of the dealership cars, and I also used it on my pickup. So as far as I can tell, it does provide the temporary protection that you are looking for. But I do like this one as well. But remember, in the little bottles, you'll use a little bit more as far as your spray per panel. So that takes care of this detail. This 2010 Chevy Equinox. I found a photograph in this car, so I think I'm going to list it publicly and see if somebody in town, because the paperwork shows me that this car did come from our area. So we'll see how it works out. Anyway, it's time to take that back to the dealership. I hope you all have a good one. My thoughts and prayers are still with those in the plane and helicopter collision in Washington, D.C., and now the medical plane in Philadelphia. Thank you all for hanging out. I sure do appreciate it. And until the next video, we'll see you later.